The formula you need to start an online business is to simply sell services, not products. By services, I don't mean for you to go out there and start pitching to multiple businesses on services that you cannot even deliver on. I mean by being of service to people. People like you and I, my friends, your friends, our co-workers, people, not businesses. Because quite frankly, you should not get into the business of helping other businesses grow if you yourself have no idea how to start and grow a business. So in today's little chit chat, I want to give you what I like to call the 3P formula for you to go out there, start and grow an online business to $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, purely selling advice. So make sure you stick around till the end and take out your notes, start taking notes and put them down in the comments. Okay, to start off with the formula, I first need to introduce you to the concept of non-duality. If you've never heard of the concept non-duality, it's a concept that's mentioned time and time again in the manifestation world, where essentially you are one with everyone. You are one with everyone, from the friends that you currently have to the amount of money that you're currently making. Everything is a direct reflection of you. An exact same concept works in the online business space. The amount of money you want to make, the amount of clients you want to sign, the quality of the clients you want to sign, and the people you want to network with will be nothing but a direct reflection of you. And if you're getting a little bit confused about what that means exactly, don't worry, that actually brings us to the first ever step of the formula. The first ever step of the formula stands for person. That's the first ever P. Person, the sort of avatar you be working, the sort of avatar you be targeting. When it comes to defining the sort of person you want to be working with, I like to reflect on age, so your age, gender, relationship status, your work status, your passions, skills, and achievements. And let me give you a practical example of how that would work when it comes to defining your avatar through those key elements. I had a client who came on board about 2 months ago, and she told me, she was like, Yusuf, I have been advising for about a year now and I'm not seeing any stable results. I'm not making enough money. I don't know what I'm doing. And I was like, okay, what are you currently selling? And she literally listed everything that you could possibly think of, from marriage. She was giving marriage advice, to yoga instructing, and she was giving life general advice. I told her, okay, let's cross all that crap out. And I want you to pull up a Google Doc and basically include everything that I just mentioned on here, from the age, the gender, the relationship, the work, the passion, the skills. And I told her, talk about your life story on a Google Doc and send it back to me. She did that. She navigated through the past 5 years of her life and she put down everything you could possibly think of, from her achievements to the hardships, to the passions, to the skills. She laid everything out on there. And I realized something. While reading the Google Doc, I got to find out that she's a mother of 4 kids. Okay, so we've identified that her relationship status is a mother and she has 4 kids. What sorts of passions and skills do you have? Well, she didn't really have any sorts of passions or skills, but what she did have is a hardship. And her biggest hardship was she lost a child. I told her, when you lost that child, did you just wish that you could have people around you that could help you and understand you? She's like, absolutely yes. And I was like, okay, would you wish to also go out and help other mothers who have had a significant loss? She was like, that would be absolutely incredible. I was like, okay, here's the avatar that you'll be working with. And it was as simple as that. We crossed out all the marriage, the yoga, the meditation, the life general, and we told her, okay, from here on now, your client avatar is mothers with grief. And that's exactly what you should be doing when it comes to defining the sort of person you want to be working with, is navigating to a version of you who was really in a messy and a tough place in life. Perhaps you were a person who was out of shape, now you're in great shape. Perhaps a person who never got girls, now you get tons of girls. Perhaps you are a person who had tons of acne, now you have no acne. Perhaps you are an international student who was very introverted and never made any friends, and now you have tons of friends. See who you were in the past and compare it to who you are now, because that's when you only get to move on to the next phase, which is the next P, the promise. The sorts of promise that you'll be making to that avatar you'll be attracting to make them be like, you know what, I trust that person, I want to put my money in him. Back to my client example, when we decided that she'll be helping mothers with grief, I told her, okay, here's what's gonna happen. You will lay out the typical solutions that people would use for them to navigate through grief. And she told me everything that you could think of, from medication to psychiatrist, therapist, yoga, and all that sort of stuff, I told her, okay, create a complete new solution and cross out everything. Your goal when you make a promise is to deny the normal solutions. For example, if you're someone who was in bad shape and you're no longer in bad shape, you could just be like, well, my promise to people is that they can get in shape, I don't know, without going to the gym. Or your promise could be you can get in shape directly working out at home. Or like if you were someone who was bad at playing piano, now you're great at playing piano, what you could do is tell people, look, I'm gonna teach you exactly how to play piano without going to piano lessons right from your couch. You see, that's a great promise that is gonna intrigue people. So deny all normal solutions that exist in your market, and instead introduce a simpler way to achieve that outcome they wanna achieve. People love simple stuff. So if you just go out there and give people what they're looking for, that it feels like they can achieve it with such ease, people are like, oh my God, I wanna buy from him right away. For example, with my client, we basically told her to cross out the psychiatrist, the therapist, the medication, and instead we told her to make a promise that people can navigate through grief only working on themselves for 20 minutes a day. That was her promise, that people can navigate through grief and heal through grief by working on themselves for only 2 hours a day, or without medication, or without going to a psychiatrist, or without tons and tons of Zoom calls and check-ins. None of that crap that people were providing in the normal world. And that performed very, very well. People were intrigued. They were like, oh my God, I can just navigate through my grief without doing check-ins or call-ins or medication. Is that actually how it works? Yes. And to give you an example of a different promise, I'm currently helping people start and grow their own PGA offers. If you don't know what PGA means, it stands for Personal Growth Advising. When people come work with me to start and grow their own advising businesses, I create the offers on their behalf. I help them create the marketing strategies on their behalf. I help them with the appointment setting frameworks, and I also help them with closing the appointments. So they're basically just gonna make money right away, 1 month into working with me. That's a very good promise that tells people like, oh my God, I wanna put my money in that person. And it has worked great so far. You can check the link in the description and check my testimonials. So like I said, when it comes to creating a good promise, basically make it so seamless to the client that they are putting money in with you and they're getting results almost right away, or without all the gimmicks that people are promoting. And when you create a good promise, then you can move on to the next step, which is the process. That's the next P, the process, the sort of process that you'll be giving to people to help them go from point A to point B. Now, back again to using my client who's going through grief, the only thing she's offering is advising sessions, breath work, and that's an exclusive bonus, a community with like-minded people. That's the process that she's offering. The only thing that you should be optimizing for when you get clients is to get your clients more results. There are two types of people in this business world. There's the type of person who focuses on just getting clients right away, and there's the type of person who actually focuses on getting his clients results. You should be the person who puts his client first before anything else. And the way to create a good process is to simply ask yourself, what were the steps that I took to go from point A to point B? Point A, point B, and then that's the process. That's the process right here, the bridge that I like to call. The bridge that's gonna take someone from point A to point B. Ask yourself, what's that bridge? And lay it out and give it to people. That's all you have to do. That's the process that you'll be giving to people. Now comes the fun part. After you've decided your first P, which is the person, second P, which is the promise, and the third P, which is the process, then you can put it into an execution plan, which will go as follow. I want you to create your I help statement, which is, I help this individual overcome this problem through this process. Using my client's example, she was helping mothers navigate through grief through breath work. You see how simple that is? Then I want you to go ahead and create an Instagram page. What should you do on the Instagram page, you may ask? Well, I want you to go on there and start following people in the same space as you, whatever space you'll be getting into. Because only then you can move on to the fun stuff, which is getting clients. To get clients, you have two routes. You have organic and you have paid. Now, assuming that you don't have money, you'll go through the organic route. But just as a bonus, I'm gonna also give you the paid route in a little bit, but only when I go through the organic route. When it comes to getting clients organically on Instagram, the only type of content you should be posting is 7-second trendy videos. That's the only format you should be posting. 7-second trendy videos are the videos that have a hook on the screen and they tell you to check the caption for more. These are the 7-second trendy videos. I'm sure that you came across them time and time again. You perhaps even commented a keyword on one of these videos to get a free guide. Those are the types of videos that you'll be posting. And to get ideas for those videos, like I said, when you create your Instagram page, follow people in the same space as you and copy their winning content ideas. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Instead, all you have to do is just copy what's working. That's how you get your foot through the door. That's how you win in the organic space on Instagram, at least. Now, paid stuff. There's a fun way of putting $1 in and getting $7 to $10 out. And that is the format that I went through. I didn't really bother going through organic stuff. I went directly to paid stuff. You may think that in order to acquire clients the paid route, you need to pay tons of money in order to make it work. You can literally start with as low as $500 and have people pay you anywhere from $1,000 all the way to $2,000. Wouldn't that be such a great investment to put in $500 or less and get back $1,000 or $2,000? But not all paid strategies get you those solutions, which is why I need to focus on a very specific paid strategy. I like to call it the 3-step social funnel. Now, what is a 3-step social funnel? You have to create a video or a carousel. If you're someone who's very shy when it comes to creating videos, carousel. And I want you to call out your 3 Ps, the person, telling them the promise, and give them an overview of the process. So here's what I mean by that. Tell people, are you, and then person, going through or trying to achieve outcome, but you've tried, and then list all solutions that you may have tried. List solution 1, solution 2, solution 3. All solutions should be the solutions that are promoted by the normal people in the space. See what everybody's promoting nowadays and tell them you've tried X, Y, and Z. You may have heard X, Y, and Z and you've tried it. If you've tried all of these but nothing is working, go ahead and just give me a follow for more content on how to overcome a certain problem or achieve a certain outcome or improve in a certain area of life or improve in a certain skill that you want to improve in. Whatever it is, call it out and tell people to follow you for more guidance. And here's what the numbers would look like when you use that strategy. My current grief client, she's spending $7 a day and she's getting 12 followers a day. But 12 followers isn't enough. You know how many conversations she's getting out of those 12 followers a day? 5. And out of those 5, 2 calls booked each and every single day. And by the way, she did not have to work for those followers, nor should she put any effort to book those people in. It's such a seamless process that all she has to do is literally go on the call and sell them. As a PGA, as a personal growth advisor, you could be getting the exact same numbers, only when you dial down the 3 Ps. And you can do the exact same thing. All you have to do is just start a business that's authentic to you. A business that doesn't just make you money, but elevates your soul. Because that's the only way to actually win in this online space nowadays. It doesn't matter how much money you want to make. As long as you're constantly improving yourself and you're empowering others to do the same, you will make money. And you won't get burnt out. You won't be burnt out by the amount of clients you sign. In fact, the only thing you will keep desiring is to sign more clients, not to just make money, but because you know that this has such a big impact on people's lives. So you'll be driven by the fact that there are people out there who will need your help more than ever, and you'll be acting as a bridge to helping them overcome their problems and empower their passions and improving their skills. Because like I said at the beginning of the video, money is just a reflection of you. And as long as you help people who are a reflection of you, you will make more money.